What kind of Pokemon are you? How do you do the things you do? Share with me your secrets deep inside. What kind of Pokemon are you? Are you loyal through and through? Do you ever hold this true? What kind of Pokemon are you?
Hey, what is up guys? My name is Gray and welcome back to my Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke. So, we're still just battling all the trainers on that route that we skipped to get to the Pokemon Center, so... Alright, and I don't know if we're at the point where we can start outspeeding these wild Pokemon, so let's just switch out, take a Fury attack, and let this thing die into the Fire Spin. Alright, so we're gonna go down here, and found an Energy Powder. With my Pokemon, I have traveled to the world's four corners, and this is one of the guys that I always remember. I think his name is Gentleman Walter, just because, let's see, you might say I have some confidence in my abilities, so for some reason he just always stuck out in my mind. Because I usually just forget all the other trainers, so... Yeah, Gentleman Walter. He's gonna send out his March Top. I think, yeah, normally this thing was his Manectric, so... A little disappointing we don't get to see that, but let's switch into Christmas. And he's gonna go for a Foresight, so... just gonna identify us. I don't know really what use that does outside of trying to hit some ghost types, but whatever. You could probably just teach him a move that naturally hits ghost types. You don't ever have to worry about that. Okay, so Nemo is gonna level up to 21, and I should also just actually check out his stats and see how well he's been leveling up. And, alright, we're also going to register him in the Pokénav, so... Just take a look at our summary for a sec. Oh, and he also has battle armor, so he never has to worry about critical hits, which is really good for a bug. Especially for like a rock type or anything that you're using as a tank. So he has, let's see, really high attack, it's probably his highest stat, and... Defense and special defense are pretty good. And special attack is honestly not that bad. So he's kind of at the point where you can teach him like Surf or anything else kind of like that. It's not going to be that noticeable, except later on is when you see the kind of like gaps start to widen. Alright, so we made it through there. We do have a double battle up here. Let me just see who I have at the party. I have Mako also paired up, so you should be fine. Together we're fearless. We'll demonstrate how tough we are. Okay, so they're gonna start off with a Raichu and an Exploud. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna switch Nemo for... Let's switch him with Christmas. And then here I'll go for a Heat Wave. Alright, so that actually hits both Pokemon, so what I should have done is switched in Danny, so he could also go for a Surf. Although, yes, we are going to resist that Thunder Shock, though. And there's the Howl, which is going to raise its attack, so let's go for Arm Thrust on the Exploud, and I'll go for another Heat Wave. And it's not really doing as much damage as I'd liked, although, let's see, we got a crit. And I guess it's at the point where a Heat Wave should be pretty close to taking it out. Oh, got a critical hit as well, so Exploud is going to go down. And I guess it's at the point where Raichu should just die to Mega Drain or a Fire Spin. Alright, perfect. So Raichu is also going to go down, so we're going to get some health back. And Christmas is going to level up to 38. Alright, so easy battle. I'm going to skip the building there just for now, because I am going to come back to it later. Ahead looms Mount Pyre. It's a natural mountain monument to the spirits of departed Pokemon, and Alright, so this is a tree we can cut, so let me double check something. Let's see, cut, 50 power, base power move. Let's see, I can teach it to Nemo. Because I think right now he has like a scratch, so... but he also has strength. Alright, so this is going to do more damage, and... Actually, no, I'm gonna not teach him that. I can probably just teach it to something in... Yeah, I can just teach it to a different Pokemon in the box that I'm not going to use just to cut down all these trees here. So I can do that later. So for now, we're just going to go back here and then start battling all the people that we missed. Alright, so it's just going to start off with a Slowpoke, and... Lox is going to be perfect. There's the Confusion, which doesn't hurt us at all. Alright. And now she has the Sandshrew. Actually, we can go for a Water Gun. And we don't have to worry about Slash or really anything because it's all going to be normal type moves. So he's going to level up to 22. And I don't know if we battled these guys yet. Alright, so he has a Hoot Hoot. Alright, so let's go back into the other Pokemon because I just want to deal with these things quickly. Next is a Spinarak, so I guess Nemo should be fine. Actually, I have Fly on me, so I'm going to outspeed and almost take it out. It's going to lower our speed though. Water Gun should be able to finish it off though. Just because I don't want to get by the poison point. So another Pokemon down. We're also getting quite a bit of money out of all these battles. So it's a good thing we're coming back to actually deal with everything. Let's see how much strength does. Not too much. Go for a Fly. It's going to set up a Defense Curl. And it's going to use Wish. I'll just go into Christmas. It's going to go for a Minimize. Let's go for an Arm Thrust. Alright, so with all the minimizes up, it's going to be really kind of a headache to deal with, so we're going to just speed up all of that. And here is a Salamander, so this thing is going to be some trouble to deal with. It's going to lower our physical attack, which is fine, because we're switching out anyway. And we do need a good switch in. Let's go with... I guess... Danny's going to be really our only option. I can try putting it to sleep and then maybe going for Sludge Bombs. Because this thing resists a lot of what we can hit it with. Alright, so do connect on the Hypnosis. Alright, so now that this thing's asleep, I can probably go for a bunch of Sludge Bombs. So if he does wake up, I can probably just switch into Mako, because I need something that can tank hits. Alright, so it's going to be a 4-hit KO. Just keep going for Sludge Bomb. Unfortunately, we can't get the poison while he's asleep. Oh, and that is going to be able to take it out. So, Danny is going to level up to 38. And... oh my god, his attack... his stats are really bad. Aside from his special attack, which is really high. Yeah, without like an evolution, it's kind of hard to like really do that serious damage. Alright, so that's all dealt with. This is Route 20. I think we've done, for the most part, everything there is to do here, and there's an item down there. Found a Super Repel, so it's another item we don't really need. I guess it'll be useful eventually, we don't really... it's not really that fun getting items that you can just buy in the mart. Okay, so this guy's got a Fraligator. That's actually a really good Pokemon. And it's going to be perfect for Christmas. Okay, so it's going to use a Water Gun, which we resist, and here we can go for a Mega Drain. Alright, so that's going to bring us back up to full, and next is a scary face. So that's just going to lower our speed, which doesn't really matter. I think it's at the point where a pursuit is just going to finish it off. Oh, and actually lived. So it's going to go for a bite. Going to go for pursuit again. Actually, that's probably one of the moves I should also get rid of as soon as I can. It's really not that useful at all. Next is an Omastar. Let's go back here. So luckily, Nemo is starting to get to the point where he should be able to just take out wild Pokemon on his own, so it'll just get to the point where I can just do the grinding off screen. And then afterwards, I'll try to get him to like around level 35, 36. But in the meantime, it's just going to be a bunch of switch training, so just gonna finish off that Pokemon since we have a 4 times effective move. And there's a hiker up here. Oh, and we're back in the rain. It's gonna be kind of annoying. So I know what to do. I'm gonna go. Well, first I'm gonna go back to where I was, and I'll see if I can get him to come to me. So, oh, it's still raining. How do I set up the? There we go. So. Back into that sunlight, and oh, that's cool. There's Dratini in here. Oh. Alright, so that's gonna get annoying because I don't want to deal with all that rain constantly. Oh, gotta be careful. Alright, so I think you just used a Psybeam. Let's go into Christmas. I have Mega Drain and Pursuit, which is gonna be super effective this time. There we go. Gonna go up 1. Oh, no, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so it's gonna start off with a Staryu, which is not good because it's in the rain. Let's just go for Loxus. Next is a Spinarak. Actually, Nemo probably can take this thing out on his own. It's only level 31, but we're at the point where we need to heal up. Let's give him a Super Potion. Alright, so there's the Leech Life. So let's go for a Fly. And actually, since we're in the rain, we could have also gone for a Water Gun. Let's see, let's try this. Water Gun in the rain. No, it's probably going to lose to this Torkoal. Let's switch over to Danny. Alright, perfect. Alright, so this guy is completely dealt with, and I think that's it for the route. So we've pretty much cleared off this whole area. So now, just go all the way back here and grab that item that we missed. Found a magnet, which carrying too many items. Let's see what we can get rid of. I have upgrade, which I should have sold already. A tiny mushroom. Let's see, I have the sharp beak. I can probably give this to Nemo. It's gonna boost the fly. Alright, come on, let's get rid of all this stuff and grab this magnet. So just gonna run away from all of this and let's head over to the Pokemon Center because I can heal up and then just get rid of all that stuff that I'm carrying around. And luckily we're at the point where we can, Nemo can also just start running away. Oh, too far. Actually, let's just get rid of all that stuff that's useful, but I'm not going to sell. Let's deposit all that extra crap that we're carrying. So we'll start off from the top. So let's get rid of, alright, whatever. So, we're not really hurting for money, so I'm just gonna deposit pretty much everything. Alright, there we go. So that should be enough stuff, and I'll sell the rest of the stuff that I'm not using. Actually, we do have the mart here. I can just sell it off. Oh, and May's also here. Let's talk to her. Oh, hey, Gray. Are you shopping too? I bought a whole bunch of dolls and posters. Of course, I've also caught a lot of Pokemon, and I'm raising them properly too. Actually, I'm more worried if you're raising Pokemon properly, Gray. I'll battle with you so you can show me your Pokemon. Alright, so we're gonna go into a trainer battle. Or a rival battle. So she only has 4 Pokemon, but they should be pretty high level, so just gonna start off with a Clefable. And I guess from here, there's really no reason not to switch into Bruce. Alright, so there's a metronome, see what this thing goes for, and it is a Leech Seed, which is not good for us. Let's just go for a high jump kick and switch out. So next is a Typhlosion. I'm not going to do all that switch training here. I'm just going to go for a normal battle because I don't want to risk losing any of my party members. Alright, here I'm going to go for a Surf, and it's going to go for a Smoke Screen. It's going to lower our accuracy. And it's too bad we didn't fight it on the previous route. We could have gotten that Ring Boost, and that would have taken out the Typhlosion. So go for another Surf. If it misses, I can go for the Shadow Punch, since it's 100% accurate. And there's the Burn. So, of course we miss, and it's at the point where I can't really tank any more hits. So let's switch out and go into Mako, since he doesn't have to worry about getting burned. And there's the Ember, so we do resist that. Just go for a Karate Chop. And it actually doesn't die, it tanks the hit. So now, this time it is going to die to Karate Chop. Next is a Blaziken. So we do have to switch out here into something with a better matchup. And it's too bad Nemo isn't higher level. I can just go for a Fly and... Danny does... It is immune to all of the fighting type moves, but it's really not at a point where it can take out a Blaziken. So I do have to stay in. I guess I can go for a Fire Spin and kind of whittle it down that way. And of course we miss. So there's the Bulk Up, which is going to raise its defenses. You know what? I'm just going to roar this thing out. It's going to raise its defenses twice, which... Every time it does that, it gets worse, because it's basically like using Curse to set up without really any of the drawbacks. And this thing just landed a Sheer Cold, so... Alright, that was a one-hit KO, so... We just lost to Mako, which was carrying the team. And it only used one Sheer Cold. I can definitely use it again and wreck my entire team here. Let's go for a Thunder Shock. And that does almost nothing. There's the Icy Wind. It's also going to lower our speed. But I've got no choice. I got to keep going for Thunder Shocks. Alright, so this time it does get taken out. It's got a high roll on that attack. And next is a Blaziken, which we still have no real answer for. I can go for Bruce, just go for as much damage as possible. Actually, since I do have the Confusion, I can get that super effective hit off, so let's just see how much damage it does. It can go... it's probably going to set up Bulk Ups after this, which, there's still going to be a problem. I have to figure out a way to deal with this thing quickly. And if things get too bad, I might have to start sacking off Pokemon. I'll go for another Confusion. Alright, so it is at the point where another Confusion should take it out, and never mind. Bruce is going to lose. So that's 2 Pokemon down. All I can really do now is just kind of hope for the outspeed, and I can't roar this thing out. So So it has a +1 in attack and defense. All I can really do is go for special attacks. Alright, so there's a sand attack, which it's gonna lower our accuracy, but we have to go for another thunder shock and hope for the best. Alright, perfect. Alright, so we defeated that Blaziken. And unfortunately, we had lost 2 party members to do that. I'm thinking of going back to Little Root soon. I've caught a decent group of Pokemon and my Pokedex is coming along, so I'm going to go home and show my dad. What are you going to do? Collect all the gym badges and take on the Pokemon League challenge? Well, while you're collecting badges, Gray, I'm going to go work on my Pokedex. I'll complete it before you. See ya. Alright, so that's unfortunate. So I guess we have to go deposit 2 Pokemon into the death box. Alright, so let's move the items. So let's see, that was... No, not him. So we have Marco, who is... Mako, who's holding the charcoal. I'll just give it to this Quilava for now. And Bruce, who's holding Silk Scarf. I'll give it to Scarlet. Okay, so now... Fortunately, we do have to deposit our Pokemon here, so it's... it's too bad. And I guess now we do have another 2 new openings. Let's see, I can do maybe Knuckles. And I also need a fighting type. I have Vash, so we just lost our psychic types. I'll put them on to the team for now, since we're not doubling up on legend or adding half a team of legendary. So I have Jon Snow, which is really low leveled, and oh man, this is tough. So I guess I'm gonna have to reorganize my box. So I'll put like all the weakest Pokemon up on top, and I'll put the strong ones and maybe down on the bottom. That way it makes it a lot easier, kind of narrow down our options. I guess I'll put I'll add Knuckles on the team since we don't have ground type, and I'm gonna have to start doing some more grinding. So I guess here's gonna be as good a place as any to call it an episode. But if you guys like this and want to keep watching more, just remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.